morning, friends, and welcome back. This is going to be strictly a pet video. So if you don't like pets or you're not crazy about people who have pets, this might not be the video for you to watch, because if you don't have a pet, this is still a phenomenal gift idea, because people are so impressed when they bring a new animal into the house and you take the time to make a specific little plate. This is glass. We'll be decoupaging on the back. It's dishwasher safe on the top shelf only. This is what happened when I accidentally put my cat Molly's dish on the bottom shelf of the dishwasher. So these need to be cleaned with alcohol. And then we're going to be using the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. And I'm going to show you a couple of others that I did. This was for my cat, or it is for my cat Boo Boo. This is for our dog Twyla. And this one's for our dog Riley. We just adopted a new baby dog, Anastasia, over the weekend. So I've got to make Molly's plate, and I have to make one for Anastasia. So I thought I would invite you to come along and see how I do that. This is a plate that I made. By the way, these are dishwasher safe, but for the first 28 days after you finish it, you've just got to let it cure. So you can use it, you can hand wash it. You just want to make sure you don't submerge it for 28 days. And if you're giving it to someone, just let them know it's fine to just clean off the surface with warm soap and water. The back can get wet, it can drip. Just don't submerge it, and don't put it in the dishwasher for a whole month. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of videos of our new puppy, and if you want, if that's annoying to you, just go ahead and skip through the video. But she is just too cute and adorable not to share. So here's a little bit of Anastasia, our new baby. No, 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 Anna. No, no. No, no. Oh, no, no. Oh my. Hey, stop it. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. 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 Anna, are you ready for a nappy? I'm going to take a nappy. Okay. You nap. So here's something you want to keep in mind when you're making these plates. You can see the size of this plate through the video. I am using one of the larger imaged napkins so that it kind of fits on here. This will be on here. There's a little writing up there, and that will be upside down, but that doesn't bother me. The other thing you want to do is decide where you want to place the name. And we'll be working, this is the front of the plate, so the pet never comes in contact with anything that goes on the back. So since we're working on the back, everything is going to be facing forward. The first thing we're going to do is the transfer. And this will be a lot easier for you if you have a laser printer. Now, this is a piece of label paper. You know how when you're sending out Christmas cards or billing, you put those pieces of paper through your printer that have several little labels on them? Well, this, and I will have a link for this below the video so you can just purchase it. This only has 2 big sheets, which you'll peel away when we're done, when I'm done explaining this. Because what I'm going to do now is put this in my printer, shiny side up, and print out Anastasia and Molly. That's my cat who's plate went through the wrong place in the dishwasher. I don't like putting these in the dishwasher, to be honest, anyway. It's fine with me to just hand wash them. They last a lot longer. I've used this before. I do everything. I do put all the dishes on the top row of the dishwasher. And then after about a year, they kind of start to peel and look a little shoddy. So I said, nope, I'm just going to hand wash them. Maybe put them in the dishwasher top racks once in a blue moon. So I'm going to go print this out now, the name of my pet. So the first thing we want to do, and that's because we've used this type of paper, you decide where you want the name to go. And I think I will tear this out to make it a little easier. I'm not going to get too worried about that. I smeared it. You want to be careful not to touch this. And right now what I'm going to do is use our next product, which is this matte gel medium. It's better to use the matte because I have had it happen where I've used the gloss gel medium and through the plate the name is very glossy and then the rest of the image is not. So somehow it stood out through the glass and I didn't like that. So I'm going to, by the way, a friend of mine sent me this napkin, which is something I've never seen. I love the napkin. Thank you, TK. I absolutely love the napkins you sent me, but this one's my favorite. It's one of my all-time favorites, and you know I love my napkins. I think I want to put it right here. So what I'll do is we're flipping the plate. Let me just put a little more alcohol on here. I've been touching this and I can see it's got some smudges on it. You can see how thick this is, and we're going to take a regular paintbrush, apply the gel where we want to place the name. I'm pulling this a little bit outwards, and that piece of paper that I just used, the paper towel with the alcohol on it, I'm going to use that to just go right back around here and wipe away the excess because we don't need it. You can use your fingernail or a spoon just to go back in and make sure. You actually should use your fingernail or a spoon to go back in and make sure all of those letters are firmly down in that gel. This part I'm going to put in the warming drawer of my oven, which just gets pretty hot. It's already warm. I have no idea what the temperature is. I'm sure it's no higher than 170. So you could put this in your oven or just leave it to dry. It's the summertime here and it's pretty humid out, and even with the air conditioning on, I just have to get the video done, so I'm going to put this in the oven or the warming drawer just so that it dries a lot more quickly. If you start to see these wrinkles forming, close up on that, you don't have to worry too much about that as long as your letters are down. That's the important part. See, I've got some excess in there. Right, and you don't have to get too carried away about this around the outside. It's just that it leaves a nice clean look for when you apply your napkin. And I'll put it in the warming drawer. So I took this out of the oven, pull it back. And you just tear it away. So now that this has pulled away, and by the way, they all have this, that's still the gel that's on there. They still will have a little bit of that, but when you do the decoupage around it, you don't see it. This plate looked exactly the same way, and it just all disappears because the napkin print is a lot stronger than this is, for all intents and purposes, sheer. So we're going to do decoupage on the back. Now I pulled away the name, the piece of paper for Anastasia's plate, Anna, and you can see that some of this pulled away. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reinforce this. Now because it's written backwards, it could be a little challenging. And Anna, no, oh, hold on. If any of the paper left a line or there's too much gel at the edge, you can carefully use a straight edge razor like one of these. Ooh, Anna's taking a nap. I have time to work uninterrupted. By the way, if you don't like the way your name came out, you can soak it and scrape it off and just start over again. So for her plate, I am using this napkin, so we'll need this. Let me adjust this a little bit. We're going to need this napkin to be a little bit larger than our plate. So I'm going to wet this area and tear the rest of the napkin away. You definitely want to overlap around these outside edges, so make sure you've got more than enough of the napkin you're using. Now the next step, and by the way, I'm alternating between plates. I'm back to Molly's plate. Her name's going to appear right there. And first I'll turn the plate over, and you want to make sure you've separated your napkin. And with a different, very soft brush, different from the one you use to apply the gel, I am laying this down over my dried plate. And you want to make sure your plate is overlapping all the way up to the edge. So the edge is right here, and I've got this overlap, and that's going all around the plate. And I'm going to carefully apply the decoupage glue, and this is the Dishwasher Safe Mod Podge, starting in the center, and I'm going to press the brush down gently and outward. And you do want to be gentle because you can tear these napkins pretty easily. Just carefully continue to apply the decoupage glue all the way down to the sides where those edges are. Here's one crucial thing I forgot to mention. You should probably have a book or something to raise your plate up off of this base. And you want to do that so that you can get to these ends and then pick it right up, and we're going to put it in the oven. So you want to make sure the book is smaller than the plate so that you don't get the decoupage glue on the plate and, on the book and stick your plate to the book. And you want to put it in the oven. And it's always best if you put it in a cold oven. Set the oven to 175. 170 or 175 is okay. When the oven dings to let you know that it's reached that temperature, you can turn it off and let this cool down in the oven with the oven. Don't worry about the excess for now. And I'm going to put this on parchment paper in the oven, but I am going to put it over something like a glass, which will be fine, so that it can dry. It's elevated and the air can get up and around and circulate around the whole plate, but more importantly, you won't mess up these edges. By the way, you can keep your brush wrapped in a piece of saran wrap, kind of airtight, in between uses, so you don't have to keep rinsing it out, reusing it, rinsing it out. Just keep it in there and it'll be fine for the duration of today's project. We can move right on to the painting at this stage. By the way, this is cooling off, so I'm going to wait till it's completely cool. I took it out of the oven. It's dry to the touch. And I think I've mentioned this before, but the difference between drying and curing is drying means you can touch it and it feels dry, a little hot right now, but it feels dry. Curing means all of the layers in between are completely dry. And that's why they tell you to give it a full month, just about, for the whole thing to be fully cured and hardened. This is Anastasia's plate, obviously. I am going to now paint the back of this, and I'll show you how everything looks. And don't forget, you can just look down below the video to see all of the links. Woo, this paint has seen better days. Quick shout out to Deezy. A happy birthday, my dear friend. I am so glad we met. And everyone else, thank you so much for watching my videos, for subscribing, for your lovely comments, and for all of the blessings I know you're going to bestow upon our new little baby. Don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, those are our two plates. This one is for Molly. This is not a good light. It looks, through the video anyway, it looks like it's got a greenish tinge. I think it's the LED lights up there. I actually prefer this one much more. So I'll probably soak this and do it all over again. But this one, I love the way it turned out. So that is our video for the week, guys. I hope you have a pet in mind that you would like to make these for, and hopefully you guys can follow these instructions pretty easily, and I will see you next week with another video. Thanks again, my friends. Bye-bye.